I don't normally jump into the more unique things the iPhone can do, but in today's video, I'm going to reach a little deeper and show you 5 clever ways to use your iPhone. Hi, my name is Rich. I've made a lot of videos on the more common and frankly useful ways to use your iPhone. How to use notes in the calendar and camera and stuff like that. But what you may not know is that the iPhone has a ton of what I'll call minor but very clever features. It's all basic stuff, nothing complicated. But if you knew about these simple things, you'd probably have an occasion to use them. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use your iPhone as a level. It's pretty clever. How to use your iPhone as a magnifying glass and some tips and tricks with that. How to use your iPhone to record voice memos and why you might want to do that. How to use your iPhone's flashlight. And yes, I know you probably know how to use your flashlight, but there is one little trick you might not know about. And then how to use your iPhone as a scanner to scan files directly into the Files app. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you how I access this stuff quickly using shortcuts. By the way, if you find this video or any of my other videos helpful, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow. And please leave a comment below to let me know of the clever ways you use your iPhone. All right, let's get started. All right, the first thing I want to talk to you about is how to use your iPhone as a level. I know you've probably got levels around your house, or maybe you can level up with your eye pretty good, but occasionally it comes in handy to have a level. I use the iPhone as a level when I hang pictures, and it just helps me make sure the pictures are straight. And sometimes I use my iPhone as an overhead camera level because the camera that shoots down on the iPhone needs to be, dead flat in order for everything to look okay. And how you access that is you simply swipe down. We're going to search for it, and it's in an app called Measure right here. And if you tap on that, you can actually measure things, the distance, but that's not what we're going to talk about. But you can tap on the level, and here the level can show you whether it's flat. It can show you whether something is sitting at 90 degrees like that. And it can show you if something is standing directly up at 90 degrees as well. I just use it to hang pictures, and it's just a handy little gadget because I've always got it in my pocket. But that's one little tool that you need to think about using. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the magnifying glass. And before we get started looking at that, one way to quickly access all these tools is through Control Center. To get to Control Center, you just swipe from the top right of your iPhone. And here you have a bunch of different things that are in there, but you can add stuff and customize Control Center. And how you do that is you go to Settings, you scroll to Control Center, and here are the things that are included up there now, and these are things that you can add. So I'm going to add the flashlight, I'm going to add the magnifier, and I'm going to add voice memos. And then I'm going to scroll back, and now if you need to quickly get to these tools, you don't have to search for it like we did the measurement app. That's not available in the Control Center, but these others are. You can just swipe down and open the magnifying glass from Control Center now, and you can tap on it now, and it opens up the app, and now you have a magnifying glass, and you can just put some text below it, maybe some small text like this that's kind of hard to read, and you can snap on this and it'll take a picture of it. Now here's the thing, I used to use my camera to take pictures of stuff, and then I'd kind of zoom in on it if I needed to read it. But I had all these just useless pictures in my photos album that I didn't want, and I'd have to clean them out from time to time. But with this, you can actually take a snapshot, and now you have it here, and you can slide it over and you can zoom in just like that. And you can also change the brightness of it if it didn't come out to your liking. You can change you can change the contrast. You can even apply a filter to it if you want to. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but you could if you wanted to. And there's other little features that go along with the scanner, but I use it primarily to take a picture of a product serial number, like my refrigerator number, or maybe something on the back of one of my tools or one of my products that I have that I can't read, and even with my glasses on. And it's just a way to do it. And after you take it and you're done and you've got the information that you want, you can just hit the X and it's gone. And now you've not taken a picture of it that's stored away in the photos album, taking up space for something you'll never use again. And that's how I use the magnifying glass. Okay, you probably know you have a flashlight. Almost everyone knows that the iPhone has a flashlight. But I'll be honest with you, I don't use the flashlight all that much, and it's probably because I actually have kind of a hard time finding it. If you pick up your iPhone and you're on your lock screen like this, here's the flashlight, and you can just tap it and turn it on, and now, you've got a flashlight that's on, that's very bright, and you can tap that and turn it off like that. But here's the thing, this is where I am most of the time. I'm just at my home screen, and I got to figure out, how do I get to the flashlight? Well, that's where Control Center really comes in handy, and you can just swipe down from the top right. And here's the little trick you may not know. You know that if you tap and turn it on, you've got your flashlight on. But if you tap and hold it, now you can adjust the brightness of the flashlight like this. And maybe you want it really bright, or maybe you don't want it really bright. And you can just tap and hold and set the flashlight like that. And then, of course, you can turn it off from there too. And that's a quick way to do it. I can remember this one swipe from the top right to get to Control Center, and then I just try to put the stuff I use in there mostly. And that's how I use the flashlight. That's how I get to it very quickly each time I use it. I don't know if you know, but the iPhone has a voice recorder in it, and you can record little pieces of audio from time to time. And I thought, I'm never really going to use this, but my mother-in-law passed away a couple of years ago, and we actually had her voice on some phone messages that we just had not deleted. My wife did. And I thought how handy it would be to be able to record my mom and dad and have them tell me stories, or my friends, or things like that, stuff that I want to keep. And so I've started using voice memos for that. And how you do that, we're going to swipe down from Control Center, and we're going to tap on voice memos. And then it pops up here. And I'm going to tap on all recordings. And now I can just tap on the red record button. This is a recording that I'm making for a video in Raleigh. Then I turn it off, and that's it. And then you can play it back. This is a recording that I'm making for a video in Raleigh. And you can save that into files. And what I've done is I've gone into the Files app, and I've created a folder in iCloud Files app called Voice Memos. And now when I'm in the Voice Memos app like this, and I just take that recording I made, I tap on the little circle with 3 dots, and I put Save to Files down at the bottom, and then it asks me where I want to save it, and I'm going to save it in Voice Memos, and then I'm going to tap Save, just like that. And now I can delete it out of here if I want to do that. And now that one's gone. But if I go back to the Files app, the recording is going to be there. And there it is. And now I can play it. This is a recording that I'm making for a video in Raleigh. Another thing you can do with the recordings is put them into folders if you don't want them to go into the iCloud library. You can just keep them locally on your phone, and you can create folders. You simply tap on the folder, give it a name, this and click Save. And now when you go back to all your recordings, you can tap on this one, tap on the little three buttons, the circle with the three dots, and tap Move to Folder, and we're going to put that in the test folder I just created. And now we're done. And now the test folder has that one that I made from Mom yesterday. So it's a handy way to just keep your voice memos organized. Really cool. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about is how to use your iPhone as a scanner. Now, I've made a video on how you can use it as a scanner to scan into notes, but sometimes you really don't want to create a whole note for something. You just need to scan a document and keep track of it somewhere. I did that for a long time with utility bills and things that I paid and stuff like that. Now I use it for manuals and other things, but it's very easy to do. What I do is I go into the Files app, and here I've created a folder called Scan Documents. Now, you might not have that folder there, but if you tap on the circle with the three dots again, you can create new folder, and maybe you name it I Scanned Doc. After you make the folder, all you have to do is open it, press, and hold, and it'll say Scan Documents, and then you can just take a document you have, like this, and hold it and let it scan it. And I'm just going to click Save, and now you can rename that document. I'll name it Manual. Done, and now I can open it, and I have the scanned document right in my Files app. And of course you can scan multiple pages. You just keep scanning as you go along, and sometimes you can scan an entire manual like this. And that's just another clever way to use your iPhone. Okay, all of that stuff is really cool, but finding it on your iPhone and getting to it quickly is really the big thing for me. And I use shortcuts for that. And while this video is not about how to make shortcuts, I am going to show you how I made them and put them in a folder for quick access. How you do this is you tap on the Shortcuts app, and I'm going to create a folder because I want them to go into a folder, and I'm going to name this folder Clever iPhone Tools, and I'm going to click Add. And now I'm going to go into the folder, and I'm going to add a shortcut. And the first thing I'm going to do is tap the plus, and I'm going to do Open App, and the app is going to be Measure. And now I'm done. I'm going to rename it My Level. And I'm going to click Done and Done. Okay, I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to tap the plus. And this one, I'm going to search for flashlight. And this one is Set Flashlight. Except I don't want to turn flashlight on. I want to be able to turn the flashlight off and on. So if you hold and tap turn, you can turn that into toggle. That's all you had to do. Okay, that's two of them, and now I'm going to add the voice memo. So I'll tap on the plus, and I'm going to go to Applications. I'm going to scroll down to Voice Memos, and I'm going to tap on Create Recording. And then I'm going to tap and hold recording and put ask each time for text, so you can actually name the recording. So when you tap on this, it'll say, what do you want to name it? So that's how I'm going to do that. And now that's done. And now I'm going to add the magnifying glass. So we'll tap on that again. And I'm going to click on Open App. And I'm going to tap on App. And I'm going to go to the magnifying glass, magnifier, and I'm going to click Done. And now I've got my 4 shortcuts to all of this. Again, there's no shortcut to scan documents into the Files app, so that's not on here. So now I've made my 4 shortcuts, and they're in the Clever iPhone Tools app. I'm going to go to the left where I can add widgets, and you can put this anywhere you want, but I'm going to tap and hold, and then I'm going to add a widget, and I'm going to go to Shortcuts. I'm going to go over, since I have 4, I'm going to use this medium-sized widget, and now I'm done, but it doesn't have the correct shortcuts on there, so you tap and hold and click Edit Widget, and now we're going to choose the shortcut Clever iPhone Tools, and now they're there. So now I can open this, get my level, I can turn this on and get the flashlight going nice and bright, and tap on it and turn it off. I can open up the magnifying glass, and I've got the magnifying glass app just like that. And then I can also create a recording, a voice memo recording. I can tap on Create Recording, and now it's asked for a name, and I'm going to put Mom Interview, and I'll click Done. This is going to be an interview with my mom. And now I'm done. And that's how I use shortcuts to quickly access these clever little tools. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope at least one of these hidden features will make using your iPhone a better experience. I encourage you to give them a try. You've got nothing to lose. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.